I was there when I needed someone who wasn't getting over you. When I move to the side, when I move, call you mine, and I know what you're feeling. I'ma take you for a ride, let me take it off your mind, cause you know it's a season.
Hi, I'm Tracy from Peculiar Treasure Boutique. I'm on all social media platforms under Peculiar Treasure Boutique. Make sure you're following me. I'm super excited that you stopped by my page because this is my first YouTube video and I'm going to show you guys how I made this lava lamp from start to finish. So without further ado, let's get into this video so you can see how to do this. Okay, let's get started. These are the materials you will need to make your lava lamp. And so I'm going to make 2 holes. So your rhinestone applicator, it pretty much melts the bottom of the tumbler. So take your time. You don't want to hit the second wall. And I use my tweezer to take out the residue. Sometimes I could get away with 1 hole, but for airflow purposes, I have to make 2 sometimes. So I decided to just make 2 straight off the bat. So with this small cup, I did a little less than half. And I added alcohol ink. I was going for like a darker pink. And then I added some glow powder because I wanted it to glow in the dark. And so you really have to mix that in. So I'm mixing. And then I'm going to insert it in my squirt bottle because I'm going to squirt it in from the squirt bottle. And then, so you actually need 2 squirt bottles. That's what I do. I use 1 for the glycerin and 1 for the baby oil because the baby oil is extremely greasy. I didn't want to mix the 2. That's my preference. But I wanted to add a little bit more glycerin. So as you can see, I put some more in a cup. I'm the type of person, I cook and I don't measure, so I just throw it in, and I'm a very good cook, I'll have you know. So I kind of handle crafting the same way a little bit. So in this extra glycerin, I added some darker colors because I wanted it a little darker, some more glow, and stirring it. And that's some cherry mica powder, actually. I think the mica powder makes it a little bit more thicker. My son suggested that I use the alcohol ink, and I listened to him, but once I saw it, it was a little light. If you look in a tumbler, it was coming out a little lighter than what I wanted, so I just wanted to make it a little darker. So I'm adding my glycerin to my tumbler. And I love these squirt bottles to do snow globes because it doesn't let that much air in the tumbler. So, yeah. And so now I'm going to add the baby oil. And I did a Walmart brand, nothing fancy. And I love making the lava lamps because other than the snow globes, you don't have to degas them. And you can fill it up. I'm using alcohol to wipe the bottom to get that grease off of it because baby oil is extremely greasy. And so I'm just trying to clear those little hole bubbles. And now I'm using my glue gun and I'm going to seal the hole. And so I love to just check my work out just to make sure there's no leaks. And I love to see how it flow. And I love this flow. This is gorgeous. And I love how, you know, the glycerin and the baby oil don't mix like oil and water. So I love it. I love the flow. And so the next step is going to be how I seal it. And so I use UV resin, and I'm going to put it in a cup because I'm going to add some color to it. And you got to stir it in. That's the alcohol ink I started off with. And it was like a fuchsia color. And I'm also going to put my label on it and then do another coat. And so for these this UV resin, you will need a UV lamp, UV light rather. And there we go. Look at her, girls. Well, not girls, but look at her. Gorgeous. Look at how it drops.
Voila.
Yes, yes.
Oh, na, 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 na.